So in test 9, section 5, we have a length of a sector problem. And this is just a brief overview of how these problems work. So you're generally going to be given a lot of information and just have to find the one missing piece of information. So here's an example of one kind of problem they might give you. So they might tell you that arc, they might say find the length of arc AB. So we have to use the information that we have. We know that this sector is 45 degrees. So we can figure out what part of the circle is made up of this sector by putting the 45 degrees over the total 360 degrees. So that tells us what fraction of the whole circle this sector is. So we can set up that fraction and then set that equal to, let's go down here because this will give us the length of the sector. Then we can set it equal to x for the mystery length of the sector over the total circumference, 2 pi r. And we have the radius here, so we could plug that in as r. So then we have 3 out of the 4 pieces of information, and then we can calculate x. So we have 45 over 360 equals x over 2 pi r, so I'm just going to multiply that, 24 pi. And then we have 2 fractions that equal to each other, so we should see that we should cross multiply. Typically, your answer will be in terms of pi most of the time, so you won't have to bother entering pi. So 24 times 45 is 1080. And then the last step, I'm going to go over here, is just to divide by 360, since we have 360x equals 1080 pi. So then we just divide by 360 to get what x is in terms of pi. And that gives us our answer that x is 3 pi. So your answers will be in terms of pi on the SAT one, so you won't have to worry about that. So that would be the length of this arc. If they wanted us to find the area of the arc, we would just set our mystery area over the total area of the circle. So it's very similar. So the area formula is pi r squared. So we're just going to put in our value for r and square it to get 144 pi. And then we would just cross multiply as we did in the last problem. So 45 times 144 gives us 6480. And then we're just going to divide by 360 on both sides to get x alone. So that gives us 18 pi. So the area of the sector is 18 pi. And you'll see many of these components in section 5 of test 9.